Hey everyone, it's Kat here, and today I'm going to be talking about the 10 best places for ramen in Sydney. Now, Sydney has a really vibrant Japanese food scene, and when it comes to ramen, I think everyone will have their own favorite spot or their go-to spot that they would normally eat at. And I'm going to be honest with you, some of them would actually rival a lot of the places in Japan. So let's get straight into it. Let's talk about the top 10 ramen in Sydney. Okay, number one on this list, and I think anyone who has an interest in ramen would have heard of this place at least once in their life. I'm talking about Gumshara, which is in Chinatown. Now, this place for a very long time was kind of hidden away down in a small food court. A few years ago, their lease ended there and they actually ended up moving right into the middle of Chinatown on the main strip. And it doesn't matter what time of day or night you go, there is always going to be a line out the front of this place, which that's how you know it's good. So Gumshara is particularly famous for their really thick tonkotsu broth. And when I say thick, this is the thickest I've probably ever seen in my life. It would almost be considered more like a gravy than a broth. That's how thick it is. And it's made very famously with no MSG or no additives. It's literally just the bone broth that's been simmering and simmering and simmering away for a very long time. Now, you can get all sorts of different toppings on the ramen here. Probably the main popular one is the char siu, but they also have like a pork rib, a mini version and a big version, depending on how big your appetite is. Something I really like about the ramen here as well is they actually have a little condiment station and it's free for you to go and use. They've got like sesame seeds, spring onions, pickles. If you're not really that keen on the thick gravy style of the broth, you can actually put some extra kind of watery soup in to thin it out a little bit. I think personally for me, it's a lot more enjoyable when you've got a bit of that thinner broth in it, but nevertheless, this is one of the most popular ramen spots in Sydney, and that's why I put it here as number one. Okay, number two on this list, and this is a relatively newcomer in Sydney. It's actually a global ramen chain. They have locations in the US, in India, in Singapore. This place is called Mensho Tokyo Ramen, and they are actually Michelin recommended. So I believe it's their San Francisco store in the US that is actually on the Michelin guide. And fun fact, we've actually met the owner of this Japanese ramen restaurant chain, which was pretty cool. Now, the signature broth here at Mensho is a chicken-based ramen broth. And I'll be honest with you, the prices here are a bit on the expensive side. I think at the moment it's like $36 for this signature ramen bowl. But trust me, it's worth it. The flavors are really delicious. It comes with quite a lot of different toppings. You've got the egg, the char siu, some vegetables. Even though it's expensive, I still would recommend that if you're a big ramen fan, you should try this place out at least once in your life. Okay, number three in this list, this is a place in Darlinghurst, and it's more of a kind of low-key, hole-in-the-wall sort of spot. It's called Chako Ramen, and they're really known for going against the grain of the whole tonkotsu broth, and they mainly do sort of soy-based ramens here. One of the most popular ones on the menu is the yuzu scallop ramen, which is a very unique flavor combination, and people tend to come here for the really clean, refined style of broth, which actually you can't find everywhere in Sydney. It's actually quite uncommon. So yeah, if that's kind of your style, then definitely hit up Chako Ramen in Darlinghurst. I think you'll like it. Number four on this list, and this is another one of those ramen restaurant chains that has come to Sydney recently. It's been open for about 2 years at this point, and this place is called Hakata Gensuke, and this place is known for its very dependable tonkotsu broth. I feel like this is a spot that you can go to when you just want something that is familiar and really easy to eat. They don't really do any kind of fancy style ramens here, but it's just that good quality ramen that people know and love. It's very reminiscent for me of something you would go and get like just from a little ramen joint when you're in Japan. Okay, number five on this list, and apparently this place is actually the first ramen spot in Sydney. It's called Ryo's. Sorry, I'm trying to get my Japanese pronunciation right. Oh my god, this is difficult. It's called Ryo's Noodles and it's in Crow's Nest, so in the north area of Sydney, and it's very recognizable out the front from its bright yellow sort of shop front. Now, this place is known for its no-frills ramen. They focus on tonkotsu style broth, but they do also have some chicken options on the menu. And this is an eat and go sort of place, and it's really known and loved by locals. Great spot for a nice comfort meal for dinner, if you know what I mean. Number six on this list, and this place is actually just down the road from Ryo's Noodles, and it's a relatively newcomer on the Sydney ramen scene. It's called Ramen Aru. It's actually become quite popular due to the very traditional Japanese style that the restaurant has. It's even got a little ramen kind of vending machine out the front. like you would see at a lot of Japanese restaurants where you can actually go and sort of pick your meal. It'll spit out a coupon for you that you'll give to the chef so they know what type of ramen to cook for you. So yeah, this place has become quite popular over the last few months, especially for those who may not be able to make it to Japan. This definitely gives you that whole Japanese vibe, especially with the tatami kind of floor seating as well that they have. And something I really like about this place is they open late at night until midnight from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. They have a $15 ramen special. So if you're into sort of late night feeds and you want something that's really warm and comforting, then yeah, you should definitely check this place out for that $15. It's a pretty cheap feed. Okay, number 7 on this list. And I feel like some people will disagree with me by saying this is one of the best ramens in Sydney. But I firmly have this opinion because this place is always consistent and it's always convenient. I'm talking about Ipuro, which is a worldwide ramen chain nowadays. And they have quite a few locations here in Sydney, in the CBD, Chatswood. They've just recently opened up in Parramatta as well. And the thing I like about Ipuro is it's very dependable. You can go to any of these locations anywhere in the world really, and you can know exactly what you're getting yourself into. I really like the akumaru. That's probably my favorite with the little spicy paste on top. And I always have to order the gomaku, which is the seasoned cucumber. I know it's just a cucumber, but it tastes so good and it goes so well with the ramen. Number 8 on this list, and this one is known for its sukumen ramen, which is dipping kind of style where you take the noodles and dip it into the broth, as opposed to the regular ramen style. It's called Kosuke in North Strathfield and in Newington. And the broth here is actually quite thick. Not as thick as Gumshara, but it's got that similar sort of gravy-like consistency. And you'll find that this place is very popular any day of the week. A lot of people, they will say that this is their favorite ramen place. And I can totally see why. If you like that really rich and thick broth, you will enjoy this place a lot. Okay, we're getting to the end of the list, but we're not quite there yet. Number 9 on this list is Manpuku. This place has got 2 locations, one in Kingsford and one in Chatswood. And they have some pretty interesting ramen combinations here. The most popular one on the menu is number 7. It's got a really long name in Japanese, so most people just call it the long name ramen. That's what it's known for as its kind of nickname. And this is a really interesting broth because it's a soy, chicken, and pork-based broth, which is very interesting to have all those combinations kind of mixed together. There's definitely a reason why it's the most popular one on the menu. It has such a unique, interesting, kind of rich flavor. So yeah, if you do go and visit this place, I recommend you try number 7. All right, number 10 on the list. And I don't actually know why I've put this one last. Just so you know, these are not really in any order in particular. It's just kind of what came to me. Rara Ramen in Redfern. And this is kind of a new age sort of trendy ramen spot. It's not actually owned by Japanese people, but the chefs here do claim that they have sort of the secret ramen recipe that's been passed down from Japanese ramen masters. So take with that what you will. And they're known mainly for their tonkotsu broth. It's quite popular, especially with the black garlic oil, which they swirl on top. Definitely recommend if you're kind of in the inner west sort of area and you're looking for a good spot to have ramen without having to go to the city, try out Rara Ramen. Get it with the black garlic oil. So yes, that's our Food Inbox 10 best ramens in Sydney list. Please let me know in the comments what you think about these places. And if we've missed any of your favorites, let me know as well. We'll see you next time for another video. Bye!